how's it going? So, post-fight, Chris Eubank Jr, Liam Smith. First of all, Chris Eubank Jr won the fight, put in a good performance, boxed well. It seems like he finally found the right balance between boxing and brawling, letting his hands go, because he boxed well for most of the fight, but he still threw a lot of punches, still threw volume, combination punching. That performance was putting everything together. He put everything together, and it was just a very good performance. Boxing and brawling, he got that balance. Not really brawling, but letting his hands go. Boxing and letting his hands go. Combination punching. So it was a good performance. He obviously was prepared very well. I do want to say a couple things though to do with this. Firstly, Liam Smith was injured. That was clear to me watching the fight. Very early in the fight, I think it's the second or third round when the ref was separating them, Liam Smith was rolling his ankle on the canvas. He was trying to stretch his ankle or something. So he clearly had an ankle or leg problem. I think it was the ankle. I haven't listened to anything he's said after the fight. I haven't listened to any of that, so I don't know if he's claiming he was injured or what have you. Derek Chisora said something. I did see his video about Liam Smith giving excuses. So obviously Liam Smith said something after the fight about why he lost or why he looked bad, and Derek Chisora was saying, these guys always have an excuse when they lose. Every single time, whoever loses, they always come out with an excuse. If you lose, you should take your beating like a man. You should take your beating like a man, not give all these excuses. And I do agree with that. I agree 100% with that. That's why I don't really look at post-fight interviews, because it's just, a lot of the time it's a load of bullshit. So I don't think Liam Smith should be saying he had this problem, that problem. He should just say Eubank Jr was the better man. I got beaten clearly, and that's it. But it was clear that he had an injury. It was very clear. Like I say, he was trying to stretch his ankle out very early in the fight. He was barely letting his hands go. And I understand that, Eubank, he employed a decent jab and good tactics and everything. But still, Liam Smith, at times, there were certain moments in the fight where Eubank would stop throwing. He wasn't throwing a lot. And Liam Smith was just there with his hands up, doing absolutely nothing. So he clearly was lacking confidence to let his punches go and engage. And I think that was down to his ankle injury. That's pretty clear, Would it have made a difference? I'm not going to say it would have. I mean, I got my prediction pretty much spot on. I chose round 11. It was round 10 that Eubank finished Smith. I still think Eubank would have won, even if it was Liam Smith at 100%. I would still choose Chris Eubank Jr to win. But I'm just saying there was an injury there. he would have put in a better performance had he not had any injury. That being said, I think there should be a rematch. I know some people think there's no rematch because it was such a dominant performance by Eubank Jr. and I sort of agree with that. It's not that I want to see a rematch in this fight. I think Chris Eubank Jr. wins a rematch, even against Liam Smith. That is 100%. But the problem is I don't like these situations where it's 1-1 and there's not a third fight. I've never liked how AJ hasn't given Ruiz a rematch. You got knocked out in the first fight, then you come back and you box your way to a win. So now you're 1-1, but Ruiz should be getting that third fight. That third fight should happen. Joshua, AJ, he didn't. You haven't beat Ruiz. In the overall picture, in the overall scheme of things, you're 1-1 with Ruiz. You're tied with Ruiz. Same too with Lee Wood. Lee Wood got knocked out by Lara, right? In the rematch, Lee Wood boxed his way to a win. And it's 1-1 now, but Lee Wood doesn't seem like he's going to give a rematch to Lara. He's moved on to fight Josh Warrington now. I don't like that. I don't like when it's 1-1 and the A side decides, well, I'm done with this now. I'm finished because I won the last fight. No, you're not done. It's still 1-1. So I don't like that. Even though I don't particularly want to see a rematch here, even though I'd choose Eubank in the rematch to win clearly again, I still want to see a rematch, or I still want them to rematch because I don't like these tied fights. I don't like where it's 1-1 and the A side decides, well, I'm bigger than you, so I can decide to walk away from this. I don't like that. It's not fair to the so-called B side, right? Liam Smith, the B side. Lara was the B side. And I don't like to say A side, B side, but you know what I mean. The more popular fighter, if he wins the second fight, he always decides, okay, I'm done with this, I'll walk away. And that's not fair because it's still 1-1, it's still tied up. So get the rematch on. It should take place next. We don't need a long wait. It can be 3 months from now. Make the fight happen in December. Get it on and get a conclusive winner, right? All right. Let me know what you think.